You have the microphone.
Thank you, my senior comrade. Thank you so much for what you do. And I want to appreciate you because you have always been an inspiration to me from the get go, and someone I've always relied on has been an encouragement. And I want to appreciate you, not only to me, but to so many of us that are growing in the media. You put us through and make us understand how to champion this cause in the media front. Thank you so much. I give you that salute. And fellow Biafrans, I want to appreciate you all. And I want to give ultimate greetings to my Prime Minister, Odogu Biafra, Oputo Bie of Biafra, the dragon of our time, the one they could not stop. And we want to appreciate you, my Prime Minister. You are just, when we remember that we have a dragon in our front, our chest will come out like this. When that dragon that blows fire, those of us that are behind, we're just going to be fighting the small witches and wizards, and we are winning them. And fellow Biafrans, those of you that have made it possible for this sit at home to be something that is very, very commendable. And my able information minister is in the house with a very strong beer and strong gallant face. I want to appreciate you. I want to appreciate you, my gallant senior man. Thank you so much. Biafrans, we are here together to appreciate you, and we also appreciate all the cabinet members, finance minister, minister of defense, and everyone. Appreciate all of you. And the chief of staff, hey, Chineke mere me ebere, Ogene, these guys are awesome. What else can I say? But to say, Biafrans, we are on the right side and we are winning this battle. Thank you very much. We move.
And before we come to our minister, we have Dockland Media. Dockland Media, you have the microphone. Dockland Media, can you hear me? Okay, we'll take it that Dockland Media is not saying anything. Our minister, for information, I will beg you to allow me give the microphone to the one that in the house first before you. Ada Biafra, you have the microphone.
Hello, good evening, my brothers and sisters, lovers of freedom, all Biafrans all over the world. I greet you. I greet my comrades. Special greetings to our leader, Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Wherever he is, may God continue to bless him, protect him, and guide him. And finally, my greetings to our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. May God continue to bless him. I watched with a lot of excitement the way our minister was welcomed in a country that she was going. I couldn't contain myself, but I say thanks to God. And I thank our people at home for the sit at home. God bless everyone. Thank you.
Ada Biafra. Okay, the Honorable Minister, you now have the microphone.
Am I coming out?
Very well.
Am I coming out?
Yes, so.
Am I coming out, please?
You can hear me?
You are coming out loud and clear.
It's like he's not hearing us.
Wait, the other sound from here is low. Because I can't hear you back. That's what I've been trying to fix before now.
We can hear you very well.
Okay. Am I coming out now?
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. I can hear you.
Okay, go on.
Kudos to my people of Biafra and to all the ministers of Biafran Republic government in exile. I salute all of you. I salute our indomitable leader, Yamadike One of Biafra. It is to your existence that we are able to rise up again and to fight and continue to the finishing. We salute your existence, the day you were born, the womb that gave birth to you, and the loins you came out from, the very day that you were born, the very time and the season which you were born, that season of the genocide of the Biafran people of 66 to 70s. We salute you because you came for a reason. We salute our eternal leader, Demodumeko Ojukwu. Wherever you are, your soul is not resting until Biafra is restored. Same to the People's General, the former president of Biafra, Philip Effiong. You are not resting until Biafra is restored. And to all our heroes that have fought and gave us the flag to continue to maintain above sea level, we salute all of you. And then coming down to the finisher of today, the great man of the moment, Maazi Simon Ekpa, the Ikboki of our time, the Agune Chemba, one of Biafra land, the Ekberimaristic Ekberima, the Itiat of Biafra, the man that has tumbled one Nigeria that they can no longer sleep in Biafra land, the man that has made all the Nzamas to run out of Biafra land. I have been looking for some Ndi cheers in Biafra land and I don't see their brake light. So I don't know where they are going and why they have deserted their thrones, while they have deserted their royalty, while they have left the people they were supposed to rule, because in one Nigeria, what they do is ruling and not leading. So we don't
Exactly.
see them anymore ruling the people, ruling the slaves that they had to be ruling for years. So we are wondering where they are going. And they will continue to be running until they hit the rock. So we salute you, our PM, because they have understood what it means to bear the name Simon Ekpa Njoko, ESN. And we thank you that Mazen Namdekano made a good choice. And we thank God that have allowed you to use yourself, because it's not easy for one to allow oneself to be used for a cause. You have allowed yourself to be used for the cause of Biafra. So our PM, more grace to your elbow until Biafra is restored. And to my gallant media team, I salute all of you. All of you that are not here in the studio, that is doing one thing and another in every angle, you are all important and you're doing a great job. We appreciate you all you're doing, and let the fire continue, because we are in 3 weeks sit at home, where all the secretariat and government sectors of one Nigeria and Biafra land must be shut down. I did not say will be shut down, I said must be shut down. So if it is not shut down as we have instructed them, we will shut it down for them. And like our PM said, the wave is going to replicate and start going to where you did not expect or you've been longing to see. The same Edwakono that is happening in the Igbo province of Biafra land is going to come down to the coastal from A to Z. So we are warning some of you. Learn from what is happening to the Ndiches in the other side, so that as the radar is turning down to your own side now, you will not be a victim. And let us use this opportunity also to send a message to our people. If you have a brother or a friend or an uncle or a family member who you know is a sabo that has been working for one Nigeria to destroy what we are doing, it is better you tell him to start running now before we get him or her. So do not harbor cancer that is deteriorating this progress and the body of Biafra. If you know you have a cancer that one Nigeria is using to destroy Biafra, cut off that cancer before we come and help you to cut it off. And when we come to cut it off, we may end up cutting some part of your body that is attached to the cancer as well, so that it will not come and destroy the entire part of your body. So please, this is a kind of a warning and a message of awareness to some of you. It is a coded message the way I live it. I don't want to expatiate on it. So super kudos to the Biafran people who have stood their ground and made one Nigeria to understand that what we are doing in exile is well impacted in Biafra land. They see the office commissioned in Baltimore and they are surprised. Some people have been giving so much of congratulations. It is the hard work, the consistency, the togetherness, and the persistency of men and women of steel and value that stood since MNK was kidnapped to this time that have made that to happen. So we implore all of you to wake up and do so. Thank you. Sorry for the interruption. I had to address something here. We appreciate Biafrans for making sure the international community understands what we are doing in the homeland and also in abroad. It is a collective responsibility. As we do here, you are doing your own there, and everything is working in pari passu. Without you being in Biafra land to make sure the zoo understands the language we speak, it will not happen and it will not be seen. Nobody will understand it. You are the stronghold and the bone and the strength of ESN and Biafran Liberation Army and every group that are fighting to liberate us. Biafran Liberation Force. You are their strength. You are their bullet. You are their gun. You are the one that is making them to act very strong. When you make sure we destroy the enactment of the Iran boys in Biafra land. So we are so happy for you, and we owe you our loyalty. Biafran people, that's what I'm saying. We owe you our loyalty. We are loyal to you, Biafran people, for doing what you are doing to make sure the message is passed. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is proud of you as well because of what you are doing, because when he said, I will not disappoint you, but you will disappoint me, you in Biafra land, making sure every civil disobedience is carried out at this time, have not disappointed Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and he is proud of you. The ones that have disappointed him, they know themselves. They are the ones working with One Nigeria now. They've been working with One Nigeria even when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was here, but Mazen Nnamdi Kanu did not know. So when we say what you don't know is bigger than you, some of you may not understand. MNK was passing through too much of hurdles in the hands of the DOS. When he makes 1,000 steps, they drag him 2,000 steps backward, and they will be leaking every plan out to the zoo government without some people knowing it. Not until your PM came out to the pinnacle of Biafra. So we need light to be able to overcome darkness. So that light, Agune Chamber 1 of Biafra land, has overcome the darkness of those that surrounded our leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And that is why with the beam of that light, we are seeing Biafra coming out. We are seeing Biafra coming out. If you are not on Twitter, you are not helping this movement. If you are not on Twitter, you are not helping this movement. If you are not supporting what we are doing in one way or another, financially, spiritually, socially, logistically, and also giving us information of where you see one Sabo in Biafra land, especially in your community. If you hide any Sabo, you are not doing well to this community, to this liberation. And when that sabo is found in your own confines, you will also pay for it because you're trying to harbor sabo. So wake up and let the message be spread to the entirety of Biafra land that what? That we have started the 3 weeks sit at home from tomorrow. The curfew calendar is there and the way the implementation will be carried out. Do not be a scapegoat and do not allow one Nigeria to use you. Adhere to every instructions you see on the memo that was released by our PM, and the media team will always keep you in line. We thank you all. We have come again, and we are here to make sure we continue what we know how to do best. Thank you, the Biafran people. Thank you, my ministers in the House. We must continue. Ada Biafra, I salute you. Bam Bam Bam, I salute you. 247, I salute you. And many others that will be joining us. They will.
And there were Mazi. Today, the only 2 things I want to just talk about.
Mazi go, not be only 2 things, not be only 2 things. So, he got one video when I put for our group. I want to make you see that video. Maybe you don't need to show the picture of that idiot I put there, but he's the one that I want to use that video to correct his brain. You know, he's always in a state of imagination. So let us correct the imagination with that video of our Prime Minister. That
na picture I see now, our Prime Minister video they see. Which one you they talk?
Yeah, the Prime Minister video. Yes, now I want play because the idiot posted it on his Twitter. So because you know they don't have understanding, so let us correct their understanding.
I don't understand the way you they talk. Make I no play our Prime Minister video. What?
You go play the video. Now the video I want make you play, they correct their stupidity.
Ah, okay. Maybe we'll start with that one now.
Whatever I am doing today has nothing to do with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He did not give me the order. And I've made it very clear. We exonerate him from everything we are doing today. That particular thing has been made very clear to the public, including to the Nigerian media. I am fighting on my own, leading the Biafra government in exile. You see, whatever I am doing today has nothing to do with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He did not give me the order. And I've made it very clear. We exonerate him from everything we are doing today. That particular thing has been made very clear to the public, including to the Nigerian media. I am fighting on my own, leading the Biafra government in exile. You see, whatever I am doing today has...
It's okay, it's just repeat. I had it to repeat, but the same thing.
Okay.
Do you want me to make a comment on it first, Mazi?
I heard now.
Okay.
Now.
Thank you. You know, this Iti Boribo that call himself Biafra child, they will pick up this video. And you know some stupid people that don't use their head. They say, you see, he said he's not working for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He said he's not working for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now, you know, these are the same people that say Simon Ekpa is not working with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He's working for Nigeria government. They want to rope Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in. Simon Ekpa did a video, our Prime Minister did a video, telling the Nigerian government and the zoo, including the idiots, that whatever we are doing today, we didn't take the order from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu before we are doing it. We exonerate him from every action we are taking. You know, sometimes they will come and tell you, what they are doing is going to implicate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's going to make him, oh my goodness me, it's going to make him, it's going to implicate him. It's going to make him have problem with. It's going to make him have problem with the Nigerian government. They are going to do this. They're going to do this to him because he is, you know, that we are implicating him. But in this video, our Prime Minister said, whatever we are doing, it is not order we are taking from the dungeon from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We exonerate him. So if the government of Nigeria are angry with what we are doing, they should come and face us. If they want to face the Biafra Liberation Army, they should come and confront the Biafra Liberation Army. They should come and confront the Eastern Security Network if they feel that they want to fight Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is there in their dungeon and he is supposed to be free. And they refuse to set him free. And these idiots are using this video that actually is exonerating Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to deceive some gullibles, to tell them that, look at what he's saying. No, he says he's not working for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and you are believing him. How stupid and foolish can Itiboribo in this world be? So if it is only somebody in a state of imagination, like that Anwafia in Germany, that we pick this very clear video. And one funny thing that they are doing that I don't know, whether Awara or that you are doing something, and every time you post anything, more than 100, that's 99% of people that comment in that your post are telling you that you are foolish, you are idiotic, you have no sense, and they keep posting. Now, do you know what stupid thing they do? Any of his picture he will post, he will put Simon Ekpa picture there. Because if you don't put Simon Ekpa picture, nobody will comment on his post. Nobody. Like your idiot that they call Emeka Gift. Emeka Gift, you want to talk about Russia and Ukraine. Russia and Ukraine, no. He will go and put Simon Ekpa picture. You want to talk about, people will tell him, Simon Ekpa picture with Russia and Ukraine. You see, I know that they are done and dusted, but there are still so many of our people that you still see. Out of maybe 100, comments, maybe 2 people will come there and say, hey, write down, yes, you see what he said, write down. He said he's not working for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But in this place, our prime minister is doing everything he's doing, that if you people want us to stop, you better release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because what we are doing, he's not the one telling us to do it. We exonerate him. His hands are not in it. His legs are not in it. His voice is not in it. We are doing it to set him free, because you are holding him against the law, against his will, against everything that is tantamount to justice. Thank you very much, Mazi. That's why I said, let us look into it. And if you would have posted this picture, so that people will know, but there's no need to post the idiot picture.
Deserve to for we to watch a picture here. Deserve them. I want us to know one thing. Anybody like those fools, the reason why somebody listens to them at all is because they talk about Simon Ekpa. Whether they talk of good or they talk about, people just, Biafrans want to hear what rubbish he want to vomit about our prime minister. That is just why people are still giving them small consent. So if not that one, forget it. They are gone. So they are not existing. Simon Ekpa, he's saying he's not fighting for Nnamdi Kanu, but he's calling you to sit at home for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And he himself will call his mother in the village. Tell him, don't come out on Monday. Simon Ekpa is calling for sit at home tomorrow. Don't come out to, it's 3 weeks, don't come out to, and he will come to sit on the screen and tell you, the sit at home is illegal. But he has already called his mother in the village to tell her not to come out. Tell all the village people, nobody should come out to. Foolish people. Anyway.
You know what confused him? Somebody wrote on the comment now. Okay, now understand. When Mazi Simon, our prime minister, said we exonerate, he doesn't know the meaning of exonerate. So that is what confused him. Is it horrible? Well, he said we exonerate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
He don't understand what
he doesn't understand. He said
he thought to exonerate is removed.
Can I say something?
Go on now.
Go ahead, mommy. Go ahead now.
Yeah, my minister in the house permit me to speak to my people in. I know you understand Igbo as well. Ndị be anyị ekenekwa m unu ọzọ. Ịmago na okwu bekee onwe ka esi atụgwa ya sometimes. Ọ bụrụ na Simon, our prime minister, si na ọ bụrụ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu n'ezie ife ya na-eme ma ọ na ya na-emeli onwe ya, ụfọdụ ga-akwụrụ ọtọ ozugbo chee na prime minister hijack go position onye ndu. Mana unu ga-eji uche unu na-aghọta na ife ụfọdụ na a na-ekwuye na code ọ izuka mma na nne ji. Onye ndu anyị nọ n'ime kịta and eji eji. Ọ bụrụ na PM anyị bịa na-ekwu onye ndu si mmee nka, onye ndu si mmee nka, fama arapụ ya.
Yes.
So ọ bụrụ na o kwuo na ya exonerate onye ndu, ya bụ na ọ kpụchapụ exonerate bụ dịka ịgọrọ mmadụ agụgọ, iwepụ isi na onye a nọbụrụkwa ya mere ife a. Ife exonerate mean, you know, exonerate bụ na onye ndu na aka ya dịrị ya chacha. Mana ọ bụrụ na ndị ilo, maka na ife na-ewe m iwe bụ na amarọ metụ ndị si na fa na-azọ Biafra ga-esi rapụ ndị enemy. Enwere a lot of things ndị a ga na-ekwu maka ndị Nigeria na ndị Fulani, but ha tụgharịa azụ na-achụ ndị ha na-achụ Biafra. O gosi na fe nwere uche, fe nwere isi. You know, my people, let us think like wise people. Ịmana ndị ọcha na-eme ife ụfọdụ dịka ife anyị na-eme, fada emie public. Ịmana House of Parliament na United Kingdom, question time fa na exhibit to the public. But fa na-eme ife dị very very important, cameraman ada abịa ebe anwa. So ife ụfọdụ, we have to do it like sensible people. Dịka okwu a Simon kwu kịta, people will give it different interpretations, different meanings. But onye nwere uche, a sensible person, gama na okwu nwa nwere uche ji ekwu okwu. Maka na ndị Igbo si no ilu bụ mmanụ eji eri okwu. So Simon ọ na-ekwu okwu a na code ka unu ghọta. Ọ bụrụ ife niile ka ọ ga na-abịa gwa unu onye ndu si ma onye ndu asịrọ m. So we should all understand. Thank you very much.
Biafra. But at Biafra, one thing we must understand is that as a no one ga-anwụ also ebe ahụ agwụrụ onye dị ndụ ka a na-agwụkwa ndị nwụrụ anwụ. So these people are like the people that are destined to destruction. So there is nothing you can do to save them. They must be destroyed. They
Yes.
are gone. They are gone. So we are not preaching. We are just telling people to see how. Even somebody is saying, why are we talking about them? That they don't even read comment. Him particularly don't read comment. And this is the same monkey baboon that say that he have over 100,000 messages he don't listen to, he don't read. He said it. So it's for you to understand the level of monkey when he is a man that have a grown-up children and he's still telling you his name is Biafran child. So that means he's a fool. The other one is a shallow man. Shallow man is shallow boy. You can imagine their behavior. When you get shallow boy, an old grandfather, great-grandfather that say he is a boy, and the old man of 60 years is telling you he is a child, you don't need to bother now. You just know that they are very, very, very finished people. So we move. We move. We are going to be discussing today this the alliance of what do you call it? Alliance or coalition, the alliance of this Sahel. And then, but before that, there is something we want us to talk about also. I want us to talk about this. Sorry, not here. Where did I get it from? I want us to talk about where is it? Where is this? Okay, these houses they are going to be building in the Benue area, Benue State. Houses. Federal government are about to build houses for the Benue in the Benue State for the Funanis. But before that, Mazi Shiks, you're welcome. Ah, well, I thought I saw Shiks now. Okay. Then okay. I first said, Mazi Shiks, you're welcome. We know they hear you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Good evening, comrades. Greetings to everyone.
You're welcome. The BIAFRANS now, may we continue.
Oh, sorry. My fellow BIAFRANS, so sorry for my being late. That's one of the reasons why it's very good to come on time. Because I'm late, I got a little bit confused and I wasn't able to join on time. I apologize for that. And I appreciate my fellow comrades who are holding the stage up to now. Everyone is on the stage. I appreciate every one of you. And I say, may Chukwu guide and protect you. Fellow BIAFRANS that are standing strong as we are celebrating our success and moving forward, there is no looking back. We have gone very, very far and we still have the toughest parts to engage in. And as we're on that tough part, Chukwu is going to make it soft for us. So whatever you're holding on to or whatever you are doing, increase your speed, increase your strength. Whatever you are doing, add it more, raise it to power 10. This is the time for us to do what we have to do to get what we want. And I pray that Chukwu will guide us, protect us, and lead us through. Thank you, my brother.
There were. There were. So just like I said, I want us to just take a good look at these pictures now. At this, what do you call it? Okay. Federal government is to build 1,000 houses in Benue State. Okay, federal government's 1,000 houses. Benue tribal leader vowed to resist planned Funani colony. Okay, now the story. Let me just read. I just read them for the sake of those that start doubting. Let me just read the news. Let me enlarge it. Okay, so we move. The leaders of Benue State socio-cultural group and the tribal leaders have vowed to resist any plans by the federal government to build houses and a settlement for Funani herdsmen in any part of the state under any guise. The leadership pointed out that the recent hasty announcement by the federal government of its intention to build 1,000 housing units in 7 states, including Benue, smacked of mischief and they would not be welcome in the state. In the statement, go from here. In a statement issued weekend and signed by the President General of Manzu MUT Worldwide Lobby Iheye and the President General of Ohetoha Ke Idoma Oki AVM Tony Atoku retired, the leaders maintain that no part of the state will be ceded for the construction of houses and the colonies that would house Fulani herders. When over 2 million Benue, mark here, when over 2 million Benue indigenes displaced by armed herders still reside in initially displaced persons IDP camp scattered across the state. I think this should be the point where we need. Other ones are just they agree, they disagree, they want, they agree, they no agree, they want, they don't want. But the main point is what we have heard, we have read now. They are doing this 1,000 shame housing shame. Each state they want go there, go build 1,000 for Funanis to reside so that they know go they disturb people. Now what did they tell you? Now Benue State have over 2 million people when these same Funani people kill their families, burn their houses, destroy their communities. Then they carry the Benue people, go put for IDP camp. Over 2 million people are in IDP camp now. And then nobody have asked them to come back to their land, not even to come back and they build back their houses. No. Not to talk of somebody saying, come, let us build a hut for you. No. But the federal government, not one person, federal government of Nigeria is now telling the Benue State that they are going to build 1,000 houses in Benue for Funanis to live. Then before you go on, I want us to listen to this. Why they are doing it. Why they are doing it. Listen.
This is in continuation of the ethnic cleansing mission of the bandits to also continue expanding their land grabbing agenda and to also cripple the economic progress of the people, because Plateau people are largely agrarian.
The three of my camp members went outside to find food for their members in the camp. When they would go, Fulanis killed three of them.
Yeah, they have been doing this thing for a very long time. All our farms, they clear all. They cut our yams, eat our guinea corn, our corns and everything.
Okay, I'm carrying the microphone.
So this thing is evidence what this government have planned. You can see it. The new government, they have not resolved the problem. They have not stopped the massacre of the indigenous people. The Benue people are still being massacred on a daily basis. Instead of, stopping this encroachment of these headers, these killer headsmen, rather they want to give them a base. They want them to settle in so that they will be able to complete the massacre. You see what is happening? And if there's anybody that is not appreciating the Eastern Security Network, if there's anybody that is not appreciating the work of the Biafra Liberation Army, you can see what the work is doing for you. There are over 2 million people that are already dispersed. Indigenous people, the people that own the land, over 2 million of them are dispersed. They don't have houses. The people that used to have houses, they chase them out of their houses, they kill many of them, and they are now in IDP camp. The government, instead of thinking about securing the people that owns the land and stopping the massacre or the ethnic cleansing going on, they want to build houses for the people that have been killing these people and chasing them out. I don't need to raise my voice or lose my voice over this. We have been, in fact, we have already passed that stage. But the thing is that if you see what is happening to your neighbor and you fail to speak about it, feeling that it doesn't concern you, the next place they are coming to is your own door. So we have already secured our own door. It doesn't mean that because we have secured our own door, we are not going to talk about this inhumanity and the wickedness of this zoological republic for animal kingdom. Just see what they are doing. And the funny thing is that the international so-called community, the amnesty so-called amnesty treaty, or what did they call them? Amnesty people. They see these things. They visit all those IDP camps. Some of them even make documentaries. Now, the government that you people validated, the government that America have validated, the government that Richie Sunak of London validated, the government that United Nations have validated, are about to build houses to secure base for terrorists. What does that mean? It means that the international communities do not care, even if the indigenes are all wiped out. Sometimes, some of them that are still even one Nigeria, somebody like Theophilus Danjuma, they will come out and tell them, you know, the military are in collude. You people should arm yourselves. Then what does the ex-governor will come and say, we will arm ourselves with that. We will do this. And at the end of the day, all these things will continue. Shebi, they sacked Autumn. And then they rigged the election. And they brought in APC governor in Pepe. So watch it. They are going to succeed in building those camps. They're going to do it for the Fulani. Because everybody feel like it is not yet our turn. The Hausas, they have already overtaken them. And some of you that are still saying one Nigeria, watch out as it will come to your doorstep. But we in Biafra land, we know what they have planned. And we have taken precautionary measures. We are just speaking out for those of you that are still in that entrapment. Wake up before they swallow you up. I have my mic here.
Mazi Sonny. Mazi Sonny, can you hear me? Will I say no? Okay. Ada Biafra.
Hello, my people. Good evening once more and welcome to this program. You see, from what Biafra 247 have just read, it is all adding up. You know, sometime in the past when our PM used to do his broadcast every evening, there was a time he showed where Mr. Obadiah Malafia, you know, mentioned this Muslim ticket and their total agenda. Every Biafran, especially those who were clamoring for obedient or obese tickets or obese political agenda or whatever, they should now see and realize why these 5 judges were bribed so much. Because somebody like Shetima will never rest until he completes he fulfills his agenda. That is Fulanizing the whole Nigeria, forcing Islamic religion down our throat. We don't hate Muslims, but some are more extremist than the other, especially Shetima. Shetima does not know that he's a visitor in Nigeria. He wants to take over the whole Nigeria with military forces. But God won't let him. They thought that we are like Afghanistan. We are not Afghanistans. We are Africans. We have a different build altogether. And in particular, Southeast. They cannot dare it there. This is their plan. And everybody is seeing it now. Why they are doing everything, or they did everything possibly within their power to maintain that position. This is just the beginning, because history had it that they couldn't come down to Southeast before the 60s to Islamize the Southeast, because the people from Middle Belt waged war against them. So they want to conquer everybody step by step. So my people, you are all seeing it. It is all playing up and adding up. This is their agenda. We have to wake up and stand strong and firm. That mental toughness that our leader, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, was preaching, this is it. And everybody has to adopt this principle and work with it. Thank you so much.
Ndewo. Mazi Shooks.
Thank you, my beloved brother. Thank you so much. I can say that this very topic you brought now is a kind of revision. It's a kind of revision, just as my brother Van Vam said. You see, sometimes I really don't understand why people are still waiting for them to be begged or to be preached to. We have talked a lot about this very issue. Mazin Nnamdi Kanu himself has spoken a lot about this very issue. If you are sincerely searching for freedom, you want to be free, regardless your nationality, regardless your religion, there are certain facts in that zoological republic that you must have in your head. And whenever you ignore that fact, it's either you are being cunning, or you are just being wicked, or you are protecting your loot. That is the reason why we ignore those facts. One of the facts that everybody must know, and we already know, only that some people pretend not to know it, that this contraption called Nigeria is a project of two people. Is a business between the Fulanese and the British. And both of them will do everything to protect their interest. The British are there to take your resources. The Fulani are there to have a land. These people are wanderers. They do not have a home. Have you heard any country they say that this country belongs to Fulanis? Have you ever had any country they tell you that this is a country of the Fulanis? They have no country. The contract is for them to possess the land, while the British will continue to take the resources. The only thing is that I don't know why we cannot learn. There are certain things we can learn from these people Fulani. There are certain things we must learn from them. You see, no matter how stupid someone is, sometimes you learn things from them. These are people who pursue their projects. It doesn't matter, even if it takes 1,000,000 years, they are focused on their projects. It baffles me when we hear certain things and we begin to talk as if we are surprised about it. The project of the Fulanese was spelled out on their national TV, in their conventional media. Every one of us watched it. I don't know if my brother will have that video, but I believe it's a very old video. He might not have his hand on it now. A former governor of Bauchi State on Channels Television was explaining, and he said in black and white that their project is to settle all the Fulanis in West Africa in Nigeria. In the national TV, former governor of Bauchi State. He said it in the open. The video is still there. I have the video. That their problem, their project is to settle all the Fulanis wherever they are. And he said it clearly that Fulanis are not Nigerians. That any Fulani, a Fulani man, wherever you are a Fulani. They don't identify even as a Nigerian. They are identified as Fulani. In that very video, he said that he has brothers in Mauritania. He has brothers in Mali, and all of them are one. They are just Fulanis. And they want to bring all of them and settle them in Nigeria. This man said this in the national TV. Everybody watched it. We all saw the interview. The journalist asked him about the funding. He said Nigeria is going to fund it. He didn't miss word. He said it in the open. I don't know why people are still waiting for them to be begged. You see, that is why sometimes I say everybody that is an indigenous person in Nigeria is supposed to be praying for Biafrans. They are supposed to be thanking God for Biafrans. The battle the Biafrans are fighting today is not for themselves. I can bet you that the battle we are fighting today is not just for us. Left for Biafrans, Fulanis cannot stand us. And the Fulanis have never won any war. They have never, ever won any war. They did not fight against the Hausas. The Hausas defeated themselves. They could not even defeat the Tifi people. The Tifi of Benue, they could not be able to defeat the Tifi people. The original land that they took, it was also in a cunning way. They never engaged in a war. They took a Lorraine in a cunning way. They never engaged in a war. They never fought any war and win. But they are focused on their project. When they pursue an issue, they will pursue it to the last. That is one thing we must learn from them. If there's nothing you learn from a Fulani man, learn that when you have a project, pursue that project, no matter how long it takes. When you go, you hand it over to your own child. That was why Mazen Nandekan, in one of his brokers, he said that we don't just have to fight for freedom and forget about it. We will hand over the fight to our children because our neighbors, they will always be there. We are going to have a very dangerous, we are going to be in the situation you see Israel today, engaging in war. Don't think that after freedom, it will not be over. If you have that mentality of fighting halfway and relax, it cannot be over. Look at what Israel is facing today. And that is why you see Israel, every single human being on that very environment is a soldier, fighting 24/7. Don't think that after this you relax. Fulanis will pursue their project for a decade and get it into your head. Their only assignment is to have a country of their own. Have you ever heard of any country that say this country belongs to Fulanis? I don't know why it is difficult for us to understand. A governor came out in a national TV and said it, that our project is to settle all the Fulanis in Nigeria. In a national TV, in an interview. All of us had it. We all had it. And people are still folding their hands. You are watching. And when you hear about the Aruga, why are you surprised? They have never, ever. Look at the project. Look at the project of Hotman Studio. They are pursuing it. Look at the one that Amadou Bello said. When Amadou Bello told them that it is the northern first, northernization. Amadou Bello mentioned northernization. Today they are still pursuing northernization. And that northernization is not even about the north. It is about the Fulani. He only used that northernization to confuse people. Fulanization, they are still pursuing it today. Amadou Bello said it, that even they put every other indigenous person last. Amadou Bello said, if they cannot find a Fulani to run the affair, they will look for a foreigner. When they cannot see a foreigner, only then they will make a chance for an indigenous person on contract. Do you know how many years ago they said that? Could you imagine that same project is going on as we speak? This Bola Tinubu you see claiming to be a Muslim ticket, Bola Tinubu is there on contract. He is there on contract. And they can send him back in any minute. I don't know why our people do not get it. And you see, I say everybody that is indigenous to Nigeria, you're supposed to be on your knees and pray for Biafrans. The war we are fighting today, less for Biafrans, we are more than 100% protected. It is even going to favor them because our freedom is going to be so infectious. It will be so infectious that the Hausas that you think that have been taken over, Hausa will regain themselves. That is how the freedom of the Biafran people will be infectious. But I want every Biafran to know. I say it again, we must borrow leave from the Fulanis. Pursue your agenda, this very project of freedom. You will pursue it and hand it over to your children to defend. Hand it over to you. Look at Israel. The state of Israel, one of the strongest nations in the whole world. But yet, they are doing exploit. Every man is a soldier. They are still fighting and defending themselves. And when you can just imagine, after we have gotten our freedom, look at the kind of neighbors we're going to have. Imagine the kind of neighbors we have. Mazen Nandekano said it, that we should be ready. And he told them that we are going to fight them for 1,000,000 years without going back. So, my fellow Biafrans, we must pay attention to events that are happening. Don't wait for somebody to beg you. Some of the things we are saying here are just revision. And you people are even lucky. You are lucky that you have a media that can remind you about things when you have some things you ignore. They push it to your face and remind you again and again and again. These are things that are out there. Informations are out there. Their project is out there. And the Fulanis are not hiding it. That is one thing with Fulanis. When they say a word, you think the Fulani a man would say a word, you think he's just blabbing. Anything they alter, they will pursue it to the last. The project of Muhammad Buhari is still going on as you are watching. You think that Muhammad Buhari have gone out, and for that they think you are free. The project is still going on. But you that is a Biafran, just imagine our fellow Biafrans, simply because Mazen Nandekan was kidnapped. Simply because Mazen Nandekan was kidnapped, he's still alive there. Already, you see some people folding their hands. They are waiting for Mazen Nandekan to come out before they support IPOB. They support Biafra program in exile. Some are keeping their money to themselves. They say, no, until Mazen Nandekan come out before I will invest. Some say, I will not talk about Biafra again. Until Mazen, only when Mazen Nandekan comes, he's the only man I trust. Just imagine you. The Fulanis pursue their project, regardless who is in charge. As long as you are following that thing they want, they will follow you. We have to borrow leave from them. Thank you, my brother.
There were so much. There were shoes.
Okay.
That's why I love you so much. You then get a plenty for your mouth.
Let I chop some more.
Okay, now.
Thank you to Biafrans once again. Mazi True Survivor, thank you for joining. And to all Biafrans that are still listening and will be joining us soon. The publication is to make Biafrans, because the publication is for one Nigeria, it's not for Biafrans. Because for Biafrans already created a defense mechanism.
Yeah.
Understanding what was coming.
Absolutely.
So it is for one Nigerian people, for them to continue to die in the subconsciousness of what Nigeria is working, is going to work, is going to repair, is going to fix. It will fix, it will work when they massacre you that is thinking that it's going to work. By the time they massacre your father, massacre your mother, rape your mothers and sisters and everybody in your community and desolate the place, that is when one Nigeria will work for you. That is when that you're saying there is nothing God cannot do. That is when God will do it for you. So continue to wait until God will come and do something, and then He will come and open the ground.
What God cannot do does not exist.
God bless you. Be like say you still do pastoral work, but no do one for one Nigeria again. So by the time God will open the surface of the earth, and then He will make the surface of the earth to swallow all the Fulani terrorists, that is when you will know that what God cannot do does not exist, that He has done it, and it is going to exist in your own time. Do you think that this is the time of Adam and Eve? Do you think that this is the time of Moses? Do you think that this is the time of Esau and Jacob? Or do you think that this is the time of Elijah? Or is it that you're thinking this is when Jesus Christ was touching sand to rub on people's eye, and then their eye opened? Is that what you're thinking? If that is what you're thinking, let me ask you one question again. Why did God say, I have created the heavens and the earth now, and then on the earth I have created all inhabitants of the earth, and then I have now made man to control everything? He said, I have given you dominion upon every inhabitant on planet Earth. Why did He say so? Did He say so that you now sit back to wait for Him to come and do a second miracle, where you're saying there is nothing God cannot do that does not exist? Fulani terrorists, they carry machete, they follow you, because they are amplifying what that Bible part said. Yeah, when you come out, I'll give you. They are amplifying what that Bible part said. I have given you dominion over the inhabitant of the earth. So Fulani terrorists are using that portion of the Bible to do what is useful. But you are not using it. You are sitting down to wait for God to come down from planet Earth to come and do miracle, to come and carry angel Michael and carry angel Jesus again, because people want God to replicate another angel Jesus to come out and come and carry a sword and carry shield and carry armor and then wear the helmet and wear all the weapons of war and then come out and stand like this. He will now tell Fulani terrorists, I am Jesus Christ. I have come to fight for the Biafran people, or I have come to fight for the one Nigerian people. I have come to liberate the people in Nigeria. You people have been massacring pastors, massacring bishops, raping women and children, cutting their head off for thousands of years. I have come as the Jesus of a second time. I am sending fire, brimstone. I am sending weapon. He will just do his hand like this, and then miracle, fire will be going on Fulani terrorists. Then that means you don't understand what it means. I have given you power to take dominion over the inhabitants of the earth. Because it is God that gives you wisdom to create this lamp that we are using, that I am speaking now, and then this place is shining. It is God that gave somebody wisdom to discover how that lamp can come to be. It is God that gave somebody wisdom, and then he went back to think and discovered how he can generate electricity from water inside a bucket. It started from a bucket. He put salt inside. He now brought a copper and a aluminum plate, and then put the two of them inside. Then connected, short-circuited the two cables, and then he saw that there is electrons flowing inside the water. He then decided to experiment a lamp to see if that electrons can be converted into lamp light. And then he generated something. The pencil that you are using is God that gives somebody wisdom to know that pencil can be generated from what it is being made of today. And you know the shameful part of it? You are using pencil in one Nigeria, and pencil is not produced in Nigeria. Pencil, something, small thing like pencil, it's not produced in Nigeria. You go and buy pencil, you want to write, they write there, made in China, made in Taiwan, made in Spain. And you're not asking yourself a question. How come everything I buy in Nigeria is made outside another man's country? There's no one that they write made in Nigeria. Does it mean that we are all buying, and we don't produce? Nobody consume our own product. Which product do people consume that is from us now, that is answering the name and making our name to also sing in their countries? I think the only product that people consume from us in a very high scale and they pay humongous amount of money for it is our harvested organs. Because in America, $225,000 is paid for one of our harvested organs. That is why Fulani terrorists and our governors and senators sat down in the cabinet of the Senate, where they say they are making laws. They now sign document that they sold off all your organs. As you are sitting down, walking about, calling yourself one Nigeria, all your organs have been sold off. So when they tell you that over 100,000 or 20,000 of people have been massacred in 8 years under the watch of Buhari, you should understand how much have been made from that. Because some of your relatives, when they massacre them or kidnap them, you don't see their body, right? Do you see their bodies? You don't see their bodies, so they massacre you, then they still call your family to come and pay ransom. Then at the end of the day, they still market your body part to America. They market your body part and then they make money from it, and then they take your oil and gas, but your life to live is not a priority to them. So we are telling Biafran people that publications of this kind is for you to understand the importance of your Biafra, the importance of Eastern Security Network, the importance of Biafran Liberation Army, the importance of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the importance of the Biafran Liberation Force, the importance of the Black Marine, importance of you as a Biafran being obeisance to what comes out from the mouth of our PM. The PM speaks for you, and you in turn speaks for the PM. How? How you speak in turn for the PM is when you reciprocate his instructions coming from the cabinet by making sure the sit at home is carried out. The shutdown of 3 weeks as is starting tomorrow is carried out. Then you remain obeisance to those curfew times. When they say don't come out, you don't come out. You come out, something happens to you. When they say come out, you now come out. They say stay for 3 hours and then go back in, you go. Stay inside and eat nkwobi, you stay. You don't allow one Nigeria to use you as a scapegoat. You do all these things in order, and then you see Biafra comes. You have seen the strides that the government of Biafra have pulled so far. And so, if you still want to wait to be the next victim, the ball is in your court. But we are telling one Nigerian terrorist that what they see and they write in papers cannot be exacerbated in one Nigeria and then brought down to Biafra land. You can continue to do it in those parts where you see Benue, see the numbers as it is piling up. But in Biafra land, it is no-go area. We are already giving it to them in their barracks, in their battalions. So when they sleep and wake up, they will be packing their body bags. When we were just saying, carry your luggage and start going, write your will and give to your families and your next of kin, they did not take us serious. But now when you wake up from any barrack and then you see, that is if you happen to wake up, if you ran out of the barrack and then you slept outside the barrack, you slept inside the bush when we came to that place to take care of you, to send you a letter or a memo of reminder. If you happen to come back and then check, you will see what is caused on the ground. Our message is very clear because we also read and saw where the very government of one Nigeria, this new very government, have done what? Appointed new IDP camp and refugee chiefs for them to make sure they create more IDP camps. Create more IDP camps. Create more IDP camps. When you create more IDP camps, and then you allow the people to become the inhabitant of the IDP camps. So by so doing, you see they are enabling the Fulani terrorists to continue to massacre you. So the government of creating IDP camps for the IDP camps and for the Fulani terrorists to put more people into the IDP camps. The IDP camps will stop where they are. But they will not come to Biafra land. That is why we say, Biafrans, call your friends and families and tell them to adhere to the instructions of Biafran Republic government in exile, because we will continue to defend Biafra land and Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will be released. They don't release him for us calmly. We will go for him with force, because one Nigeria, they love everything with force. Since 2021 to 2023 of this month now, is enough time for you to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Doing sit at home is preparing the minds of Biafrans for something, and also making them know that the Biafran people are in control of their territory. And now the Biafran people are expunging them out of Biafra land. The day the army of Biafra will march to get MNK by fire by force, nobody will be blamed because we have waited for so long. Please, we need more funds, we need more guns and bullets because the army of Biafra have a lot to do. Now, when I listened to the other audio we played before, I don't know whether English has become so toxic to some people that when somebody say,
Exonerate.
when somebody say exonerate, you know, imagine that Kanu used to say something. He said when we started, they called us miscreants. But now the miscreants they called us, they have seen that the miscreants they called us has miscreantized all of them. But I am so surprised that in 2023, somebody that will say he is a media awareness creator to Biafran people, or speaking for the people of Biafra, for the government to know what is happening, and for international community to know the engagement that we're making. Such person will now be sitting down to tell you that when you say exonerate, that you are now, yeah, that when you say exonerate, that you are now implicating the person. I don't know whether I don't know whether his definition of exonerate was from the anti-clockwise movement part. Because even a little child will understand what exonerate is. And then look at the person, he sat down to use a message of exonerate. If to say this message did not even start with exonerate, you will say, okay, you are looking for something else. But you are playing a video that is saying exonerate from the very beginning. He started with exonerate. Then he now explained, the person that was speaking in the video, PM now, explain what he meant by exonerate. And then you are using the same video to showcase your stupidity, which is, we need to create a prison or a psychiatric unit where we need to put some of these people, because Biafra land need to be going to like a museum where they will be seeing some people that were very useless to the Biafran cause. So that history will speak of them, and history will continue to record and record and record until Biafra comes. I salute my people. So my people, I want you to be happy that you have Eastern Security Network, you have Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is behind bars because of him not allowing you to count your dead bodies of your wives, your children, your husbands, and your siblings and relations and neighbors day in, day out. That is why they kidnapped him, because he opened the eyes of everybody. He exposed them, and then he created the highest awareness for all of us, which made us to come together like this. That Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is the reason why you see PM today. And if we abandon him today, it will be too bad. We gave him our word that we are ready, and we want Biafra land to be defended at all costs. That is why they picked him up and they locked him up. So we must continue to defend that Biafra land, and we are opening the Biafran liberation in a wider space now. So if you are ready and you are in for it, stand your leg. If you know fit, come out for the scene. Thank you, Biafrans.
No, this English, we go find what we go do. And I have already said that anybody that is about to do medicine should, I think, go into psychiatric or psychology, or I don't know the one they call it. I think the psychiatric area, so that when Biafra comes, as you carry your bag, they enter the gate. They go stop and search. The stop and search is now stop and test. The psychiatrist will be at the gate to test you, and they will find out if from there they will carry you to psychiatrist hospital or you will go inside. Because when somebody here exonerate and say that they have removed Nnamdi Kanu, and when you look at this person, you see that he's already gone out of human being. You know he need touch.
He is in a state of imagination.
I think you know that
He is
one.
in a state of imagination.
You know that one very well. Honestly, you know. So my people, you see these houses we are talking about, like you heard my comrade, why they have not succeeded in building these houses in Biafra land, or why they are not telling you that Biafra land, Imo State will get 1,000 housing unit for Funani, Anambra will get, Calabar will get, Rivers will get, is because you and me, we are Biafrans and we have determined to be Biafrans and remain Biafrans. And we are sitting at home and we are fighting for our freedom. I want to make we understand one thing. Why I played that video of that young man that is telling you that it is about ethnic cleansing. Listen to it.
This is in continuation of the ethnic cleansing mission of the bandits to also continue expanding their land grabbing agenda and to also cripple the economic progress of the people.
Very simple. Ethnic cleansing and the land grabbing. Ethnic cleansing and the land grabbing. Finish. When they come, they kill people. After killing people, they give them mass burial. The remaining ones, they go tell them, run, go inside IDP camp. We want to make sure say we'll kill all these people when they come kill you for your community. They make sure you end up in an IDP camp. That is the end of your generation. Now they have finished secure. They are sure now they have secured enough land for the Fulanese. That's why they are coming to build, starting with 1,000 houses. So 1,000, just starting. Imagine building 1,000 houses. 1,000 Fulani families are coming in full. And then what do you think? That when the Fulanese come inside Benue State, for instance, they will be answering Benue indigenes. When they took over the Tiv area, they will be answering Tiv. When they enter Idoma, they will be answering Idoma, because I learned Idoma TV area and Idoma were mentioned. When they go there, they will change the name automatically. They will change the name. It will no longer be TV. It will no longer be Gala. It will no longer be Doma. It will be what Fulani named it. That is what is called ethnic cleansing land grabbing policy. And the reason why they have not succeeded in our own land is because we are standing, because we followed Mazen Nadikalu, because we are listening to Mazen Simon Ekpa. Today, it's not because of sit at home is not your problem. Sit at home is only solution to your problem. Oh. I tell you, say sit at home. Listen, we are telling you, and they are telling you the other way around, that it's not true, it's not true, it's not true. By the time you will realize it is true, it will be too late for you. It's either you join in sabotaging what we are doing, or you join in activating what we are doing. And if you're on the side of sabotage, you go sabotage yourself one day. Very soon you are going to sabotage yourself. And by the time you'll be crying, it will be too late for you. There's another article I want us to read about this. This one is Harvest Your Crop. You must have seen that one. This what do you call him? Wait, where is that bandit? They call him bandit. Where they? See him here. That's some area one. I just want you to see. Well, okay. They advert full everywhere, and they no go let you see something. People are wicked. No even one person, just a block everywhere. Oh, okay. Listen. Now, investigation. Secret details of how Chinese affiliated miners bribed Dogogide terror group to access mining site in Niger State. Now, the story is that this Dogogide is this little boy. He's just 30 years in the center here, but he is the highest terror where they get. And I be terrorist. In short, and I be terror. Then the things will fall and be reached. Nine be the terror himself. That little boy you see there, 30 years of age. but he have groups under him. Groups. I don't say group. Groups under him that are working for him, and these groups, he make money and he buy more arms. He dispatches more groups on daily basis. Abi, the thing come for screen. You don't come for screen. Sorry, oh, no verse. What the talk says. So this Dogongide is the one. Let me bring. Where is the thing? Okay, Dogongide is this one. The one in the center. The one in the center, the small boy in the center, is 30 years of age. So I go just read brief, small of wetin happen before we go talk. Then anybody want talk, we go talk. Okay. Chinese affiliated miners operating under the license of Esoterra Investment Nigeria Limited, or Esoterra Investment Limited, and the Magello Global Resources Limited plundered two companies now, plundered the country's natural resources at Kurebe, and the other surrounding villages while bribing armed terrorists, faction of Dogogide for Wiki Times. Yakubu Mohammed unearthed the dark world of terrorism, funding failing insecurity in the state. Despite the presence of terror group, Islamic State of West African Province, ISWAP, and the bandit faction of Dogogide, illegal mining activities continued in Korebe and other surrounding villages. Even after many residents deserted the axis following double-edged attack from the military and the terrorists, claiming to have acted upon intelligence, the Nigeria Air Force killed at least 14 villagers in Kurebe, including girls and a woman. The operation in April and August last year mistargeted the unharmed locals, leaving the terrorists unhurt. I believe say una dey hear am. The survivors of the military attack fled to Odawa, a neighboring community in Kaduna, and the other places in Niger State. But the terrorists stayed back, making money from the illegal mining activities, and they demanded little from farmers for few prey to them. A local miner, Yeri, believed that terrorists demanded less from their victims because they get more money from the mining activities. Two other local miners collaborated with, but were afraid of speaking in details about it. That's a place I want us to see. Local miners who work with the companies explained that there are three mining sites in the axis, one at Maikawa, another at Santali, and the other at Debake or whatever. One of the milestones concept would be packaged in cement sacks and transported to Udawa, later to Lagos, and then finally to China. The transportation chain was confirmed in a video obtained by our reporter. On On many occasions, the terrorists had seized the mine stone and they started operation until they were bribed with millions of naira and the motorcycles, the local miners revealed. When we finished excavating, the terrorists would not allow us take the stones out until they were given money amounting to 5 million naira or more, yearly disclosed. The owner of the company would be notified and the money would be gathered for the terrorists. He added it is reoccurring event. Even motorcycles were taken to them. That's the truth. But they don't want to. They don't want it to be exposed and they don't want it to end. Miners dialogued with Dogogide's mother. Dogogide is the chief terrorist. Miners went and they dialogued with the mother of the terrorist. Yeri revealed how delegates were sent to dialogue with Dogogide's mother at a Palali village where she gave birth to the kingpin over 30 years ago, Wiki Times gathered. They visited Dogogide's mother and they discussed with her to talk to her son to allow people to do their work. He recalled, at first, we were afraid of them, but now it has become part of us. We are no longer afraid of them. As I am talking to you now, I swear to God, even if it is 100 of them on the road, I will go. It was not the first time the terror kingpin's mother would intercede between civilian and her terrorist son. She had done that many times, local including. She has done that many times. Locals, including community leaders, said, for instance, she took part in the negotiation for the release of students kidnapped from Federal Government College, Yuari, Kebbi State. In an audio clip exclusive obtained by Wiki Time, Ibrahim Usman Adam, one of the leading actors involved in coordinating illegal mining in the Axis, confessed the dialogue with the terror kingpin's mother before operation could begin at the site. Ibrahim, according to local miner, double as site manager for Esoterra. The mining company, trying to exonerate itself, stopped paying from its pocket, forcing local miners into hard labor to extract stones that would be sold to grease the terrorist palm. So the bandits were paid 3 million naira every week. The terrorists were paid or are paid 3 million naira every week. Or one of the local miners said, now this is what they steal from your land. This is what they mine. I believe everybody they see them. This is what they are mining. I don't know. They are not telling us what is what the contents are. Whether it's gold or whether it's diamond, or we don't know. But we know it's mineral, natural mineral. Now, Chinese illegal miners will come to land, Nigeria land, and they will still negotiate with the bandits, terrorists, and terrorists will allow them to go and mine. And they will be paid 3 million naira per week. I don't know, about 2 or 3 companies will pay each one 3 million naira a week. Then when you times it times 3 in a month, you know how much? Over 360 or 50,000. And they are using it to buy more arms. The terrorists are using this to buy more arms, to come to your land and kill you. And when you hear Monday sit at home, you say Monday sit at home now your enemy. You say Monday sit at home is the reason why you are poor. You say Monday sit at home is the reason why you have not driven you have not gotten your private jet. And then another point I want you to see in this, the government of Nigeria, this thing come to their notice, but do you know what they did? They said they will investigate. They will investigate after seeing that these people are stealing, after seeing that they are robbing, after seeing the Chinese company or Chinese people come to Nigeria, negotiate with terrorists to steal what belongs to people of the country. This is new Nigeria for you. But in your own south, those people that are like pigs and the monkeys and baboons in the south, go and they take one liter of oil. Just go carry and come out. You go end up in jail. 1 liter, only 1 liter. Go there, go take them. Whether you take them for speed pipe or whether you take them for broken pipe or whether you take them for tanker way to way, go there, go try them. Your own land though, but Funanis will come to your land and they still in tankers and go. When we call you to sit at home, you say no. Sit at home is the problem. Sit at home is the problem. I don't know if anybody wants to say anything. Then we'll see if BIAFRANS want to call. If anybody have something to ship in, you are free.
Well done, my beloved brother. You've done a very good job from that very article you just read out now. It is self-explanatory, except for those who don't want to pay attention. We are here to
now.
Yeah. And when it comes to that issue of Biafra, it's so funny. I didn't even hear that. I didn't hear when you played the voice recording. But from what you are saying, you see one thing. There's nothing hatred will not cost you. Envy, jealousy, and hatred can cost you so many things. Once you are envious and jealous, you begin to make some unnecessary mistake and you behave like a baby. If not, okay, I just want you to take the example of just like the ones, those people who claim, some of them were with us before. When they were with us, they were claiming to have all the knowledge. They went to Cambridge. They have different certificates. And we respect them when they were with us. Then how could you imagine that those people, all of a sudden, they went to Biafran house that our Prime Minister said that is ready. It is the Prime Minister that gave them the address. He gave them the address, gave the location. You went there, you saw the house. The house was empty. Nobody was there. And yet, you came and said, it is a lie. And you know the funny thing? They were not even saying it at the back. They used video to cover themselves. When Chukwu Okikabian want to kill a man, he will make you deaf and dumb.
You'll be hearing from us very soon, possibly in the next 2 weeks.
Exactly.
We are doing underground work because we have to be prepared very well before we begin to start. We'll not just do this class program.
Okay, let Simon and his group go and prepare their defense. Let them counter what we've done here today. Let whoever is their agent that is buying this house for them come and tell us this is how much they bought it.
And we believe them.
And all that. This is the owner.
Yes.
And the owner will vindicate them. Then we believe you.
We believe them. Honestly.
We will apologize.
I will apologize personally.
You understand?
Yeah. You'll be hearing from us very soon, possibly in the next 2 weeks. We are doing underground work because we have to be prepared very well before we begin to start. We'll not just do this class program.
Okay, let Simon and his group go and prepare their defense.
Exactly. You see what envy and jealousy can do to a man. Envy, jealousy can ridicule a man. These are people who we respected when they were around. And they will tell you how many Cambridge certificates they have. But all of a sudden, because of envy and jealousy, they begin to act like a child. To the extent of using a video, and you know the power of social media, that even in 1,000 years, this video will not disappear. Your children will see it. Your children will see it. And you went and used the video to cover yourself. Just like the other one who went and stole the flag of Biafra, covering himself that he's stealing. And tomorrow, When Biafra comes and we invite the Biafra invite you in their court to defend yourself and play that video, what are you going to tell your children? And what will be your defense? That you broke the flag down. You see, this is what hatred, envy, and jealousy can do a man. Just like this man you are talking about, who all of a sudden forgot the meaning of the word he's trying to, just because he want to speak against Master Simon Ekpa. You have copied him by buying his own kind of chair, copied him by dressing like him, copied him by trying to speak like him. You couldn't. And now you are looking by all means to say something about him, and you've all of a sudden you forget the meaning of the word you want to use. You forgot the meaning, and you begin to interpret a different thing. I bet you that in a normal stage, if you engage that man, he knows the meaning of that word. But hatred, envy, and jealousy have now beclouded his mind, and that has made him look foolish before the whole world. That is what envy and jealousy can do you. It is so bad. It is so bad. When people to carry down will kill a man, he will make you deaf and dumb. You can't even understand yourself, let alone understand another. That is the problem. Now, coming to the article you just read, you see, when it comes to the issue of Nigeria, there is one thing we have to have at the moment. They say the foundation is faulty. And it is said that when the foundation is faulty, what can the righteous do? The only way to salvage that Zoological Republic is to destroy that foundation. From the foundation, there has been fraud there. The very first election that was conducted to make that place a country, the British by themselves rigged that election. The very first election that was supposed to make that place an environment that is inhabitable, a British man confessed on video. A British man confessed on video that they rigged the very first election to favor the Fulani man. Pure confession. And he explained why they did it. They are scared about your wisdom, your knowledge, and your courage. They don't want it. They rigged that election against you. Every time, do you see the map of Nigeria you see is a false map. That map is not correct. The map you see as a map of Nigeria, where they make you see that the northern part of Nigeria is 75%, and only 25% is the whole south. It's a false map. It's not true. The figure they are using as their population, the figure they are using to confuse you and tell you that they not have more voters' power, it is false. It is a lie. When they tell you that the northern part of Nigeria has more population than the south, it is a lie. So when you look at the foundation, everything about that country is built on lie and fraud. And when you come out from this foundation, you begin to see that everybody in a position. One of the things that will make you to be relevant in Nigeria is how fraudulent you are, how criminal-minded you are, how many of your people's life you have taken. That is what will make you a godfather in that very country called Nigeria.
Wow. Easier.
If you don't have one of these qualities, you are going nowhere. That is what you see in that fraudulent foundation. In every single thing you are doing to succeed, you must be fraudulent. If you don't add fraud to it, you can't succeed. Look at today. Go and check the whole people that Tinubu handpicked and surround himself. Every one of them have criminal case. Every single one of them have a criminal. This one is not even a backyard case. In international world, most of them in the United States, some in the UK, registered cases, convicted criminals, and yet they are people you celebrate in Nigeria. Okay, look at the recent one. Look at the recent one you are seeing to show you how faulty the foundation is. Somebody like Obasanjo to come and order the traditional rulers to stand up and greet him and the governor. Abomination of the highest order. Look at every one of us crying, we want to go away from the colonial master. We want to leave the colonial master and be on our own. But you see somebody putting the institution of the colonial master forward, pushing the agenda forward to tell you that a governor has the right to dethrone a traditional ruler, to put in your place, that you have to bow to a governor, a government official, that it will only last for either 4 years or 8 years. You want to compare with somebody who is on a life assignment chosen by the gods of the land.
Well,
And
the reason is that they are no longer chosen by the god of gods of the land. They are now appointed by the same governors.
exactly, that is that faulty foundation. And you see, one thing that people have begun to accept those things as the right thing, the faulty foundation. People now are accepting it as a norm. That is why you see some of our Biafran brothers who call themselves politicians. Every single one of them have a dent, and they will do everything to protect that their fraudulent money. They no longer care about the normal thing. Now, you see, in Nigeria, when you see up NEPA, people shout up NEPA. Up NEPA is just a normal thing. They take it as a norm. If you happen to get lights straight for 1 week, they celebrate it. Oh, we have a light for 1 week. They celebrate it, and it becomes a norm. The foundation is faulty, and the only solution is this very solution we have found. The difference between us and those who call themselves human rights activists is that those activists, they have seen the solution, but they don't have the boldness to pursue it. Those of us who are freedom fighters, we know the solution and we are pursuing that solution. The only solution is to end that very entity called Nigeria, that very foundation, destroy it, lay a new foundation. At the end of the day, we can equally come back if we choose to. If we choose to, we can come back. But for now, that very foundation must be dismantled. That is the only. There is nothing else you can do on the planet Earth to fix that country. And it's not because I'm saying it here. A senator have said it in their own Senate. A senator stood up in the last Senate during the time of the late Muhammad Buhari. The man stood up and said that Nigeria can never ever progress, can never know peace or security the way they're going, except they threw away the constitution. And there is nobody in that country who has the balls to speak and mention that very word. So you see, some of the things we are saying here, these are facts. These are facts. It is not that we're making it up. They are facts. There are evidence in their own conventional media to back everything we are saying. I pray that Biafrans, who should come and have put this very, very responsibility on their shoulder, and we are carrying on with that responsibility. For us, we are going to be free, and no man is going to stop it. I only urge every other person that is from that zoo, any other indigenous tribe, they owe Biafrans a lot of prayer. They owe Biafrans a lot of thanksgiving, because the fight we are fighting today is not just for us. They don't have the balls to do what we are doing. But the Biafrans have taken the responsibility to free everyone. And whether they like it or not, we are going to abakalekalize everybody into freedom. Thank you, my brother.
They will. Ada Biafra, do you want to say anything?
Yes, before I go ahead, there's I was watching through the comments, a guy called one of our brothers, Jude Afam. He said that somebody should tell him how to make a donation. So if the link or something could be placed where he can see it.
Okay, just a moment.
Yeah. So in continuation, I just want to reflect on what my colleagues here have touched. When it comes to the building that was inaugurated on the 16th at Maryland, initially the pastor and his friend,
Emeka, you mean Emeka?
Yes, they raised this ugly awareness to people, forgetting that, as Chooks rightly said, that whatever you do on the internet will be there forever as a reference. He brought this sort of feelings towards our people, a very chilling feelings, as if, Simon is a very deceitful man, forgetting that all these projects will take time. They are run with money, and most of them don't even contribute, because at that time I could remember that our PM said that this very man doesn't even make contribution towards this agitation and the management of everything. Now he has rounded up the building, furnished it, and it was inaugurated on the 16th. and everybody have seen it, that some of these people, they talk out of context and out of jealousy, envy, and their interest is not in Biafra at all.
Oh,
They are not. They are
yeah.
just paying lip service.
Ground. You heard him say they are going on the ground. They are
Yeah.
still on the ground. We are waiting for them.
Yes, and he made mention of apology. He has not tendered the apology. We are still waiting for him to
No,
come and
not
apologize.
now they are underground. He cannot ask you for. He can't get the apology from underground until they surface. They will still
Yeah.
surface.
Yes. So the other issue is regarding the documentary evidence you read about the minerals and the extraction of those minerals. You see, these people are very, very serious. The oil is down, down, down there. Anybody that knows the geographical position of Nigeria, we know that even these Fulanis, the north, is not very close to where this oil is located, down in River State. But they are claiming all these resources so that they will be in control and use it to buy ammunition to fight us. And every person they put in the government, like Hope Uzodinma, who was number 4th, they are the people that will be doing their dirty dealings to hamper whatever we are planning to do or our agitation process. Now, when you compare the size of Nigeria and Europe, you will see that Europe is just a little bit bigger than the whole of Nigeria. And they have so many states and many countries. But we are all matched together so that we cannot expand. Nigeria can never work. Anybody who is waiting for heaven to embrace the earth can wait forever. You will just wait and die, and it will never happen. Nigeria can never be won. Since the inception of Nigeria independence, there has never been peace in that country. And it is the same people, like a link. When you click on a link on the internet, it will lead you to somewhere. They are the link. You know, they keep pushing and pushing and pushing so that they will overcome everybody. Every Biafran should remain strong, make contributions, donate during any fundraising so that we will be able to continue doing what we are doing. And Mr. Chuk said one important thing, which I want to buttress on. You see this focus. Our Mazi said that consistency is the key. These people are not giving up. They are not giving up. We have to be that way, because some people will say, oh, when is this Biafra coming? The Fulanese, they didn't start today. They started years before, even when maybe our fathers were little kids. And they are still there. It's like a relay match. When Buhari finishes, he will give to Shetima. When Shetima finishes now, he will give to another person. And they will keep pushing. So we have to be strong and do the needful. We don't have to be in a hurry in anything or asking, oh, when is Biafra coming? Now again, there was a man that made a voice note. I don't know how I found myself in that group. So on the 17th, that's a day after the inauguration, the man said a lot. I have to send that voice to someone, one of us, and the person say, bring yourself out of that group. They don't like Simon. They don't like Simon. I said to the person, I don't know how I found myself in this group. The man was saying, oh, that thing they did at Maryland is photo trick. They just brought this and fixed it, and they said it's the house. It is not the house. Even the voice is still with me, though. But that will show you that some of us are paying lip service to Biafra agitation. He said unless they are consulted, that nothing will be moving and nothing will move. That our prime minister is a copycat, whether he is copying them, that he is the one that named Biafra Liberation Army and he copied it, saying a lot of things. And I was thinking, what is wrong with our people? We are all fighting for Biafra. Are we now our own enemies? Don't they know who they should be fighting and attacking and making this sort of voice note to impress? Who are they trying to impress? So, all in all, we have to remain focused. No matter how long it takes, we know what we are pursuing and we have to continue. If it is the only thing we have to copy from our enemy, the Fulanis, consistency, we have to, steadfastness, we have to continue. We are not giving up. Thank you, my people.
Hey, jealousy and the envy and greed at the same time. May God mercy. Mama, do you have anything to say?
There's just very two things I'm going to contribute because we've virtually said it all. And there are very two lucid points the Chuk survivor made, which is very, very correct. Number one, he said that everybody right now should be congratulating Biafrans. In other words, I will interpret it in a way that you should align with Biafra. And also, he also said that Tinubu is on contracts. Contracts. So if you didn't hear that, take it to the bank. Tinubu is on contracts. Nigeria is a business center. And the British handed it over to these minorities that have no place in Nigeria. They promised them Nigeria. They promised them that, look, as long as you play the card as we want you to, we will make this place your country. They knew that they don't belong in the entity. They knew they have no place in the country. So the only way they can have their way is by bringing people that have no place at all, telling them that take over this place, we give it to you, and we are going to support you all the way to the very end. That's why you see every idiot that wants to be a senator, that wants to be a governor, that wants to be a House of Rep, will go and bow to people that have no place in the land. Go and bow to them. And they will begin to brag. And you will see some of our elder statesmen. You hear that Okwadike the other day. Okwadike was telling them, Fulani, we don't want Fulani, we can give you a place. Fulani, because they know that there is nothing Fulani about.
They are the nicest person. He said they are the nicest person in this world.
You understand?
The only problem we have is Yoruba and Igbo. They are the most stupid people.
What else do we say? So that is why anybody that is, you see, and what our prime minister is doing, our prime minister is so unrepentant about making sure that that zoological republic will end. Our prime minister is very, very unrepentant, non-apologetic about his stand against that zoological republic. And then you see some idiots. They have now retired from saying that he's working for Nigeria. Do you hear them say he's working for Nigeria anymore? Some of them, they don't even have the liver to say it anymore. Now they're saying he's not obeying Mazen Namdekan. He said he will not work for Mazen Namdekan. These are a bunch of fools. Bunch of fools. I remember one Calabar dog that used to say that bunch of fools, and now he's wearing Tinubu cap. The one they call Calabar Bobrisky. Shameless idiots that have a prize. That no man. Brethren, I'm calling you guys to know that these 3 weeks, they are already peeing in their pants. Remember, tomorrow is what? Curfew. Tomorrow is curfew. Curfew is like, it is very simply explained. Every Monday is total shutdown. Every Monday for these 3 weeks, total shutdown. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday is curfew, 6 a.m. to 12 noon. So it's very easy for you to understand. Hope you saw our warrior in social media with Igwe. telling you, oh no, Bonaputiro, it may give many things. This time around, we are not taking it for granted. Anything you like, you say, we want to end anything zoological republic in Biafra land. And Biafra, after this convention, you will understand what Biafra means. I rest my case. Thank you very much.
Ndewo Mazi before we have a caller here, but I wanted us to see this donation, how to do the donation. But let us listen to this caller first. Mazi, go on.
Okay, good evening, my brothers and sisters.
You're welcome.
And dear friends.
You're welcome.
What I just listened to Ada Biafran, our sister. What she just said now, she's correct. The person who said that, who is making that noise is this useless 419 caterpillar. I just come across by this useless Obi-Wan in Germany platform. So I hear where he is addressing things, how he is supporting, who he is supporting. Then somebody called, and at the end, the person doesn't want people to know that it's him. No picture, no nothing. But he forced him to say who he is. Then he made people to know that he is Caterpillar. So it's Caterpillar who is doing that, but who is saying what our sister just said now. So I make a comment in that program. Normally, I don't subscribe for Obi-Wan is Sabo Nukike. Special one. Who doesn't know where he stands, you know? But he attacked that Caterpillar. He called him a noble man. So he attacked him. This is what I want to contribute. Our sister is right. That was Caterpillar. That useless Caterpillar. Everybody knows.
Thank you.
So he made sure he's present. Thank
you so much.
Carry on, we're watching.
There we go. Okay, we move. For the those that don't know how to do the donation, I want you to see the type www.ipobinusa.org, and when you type, you log in www.ipob.org/donate, then it will bring you here. And when you come, this is what you see. You see donate. All contributions on this website go to indigenous people of Biafra under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Then if you want to, you have PayPal, you have Zelle. Zelle is for those in America. Then you have Bitcoin as well, depending on how you want to pay. So if you want to do a single donation, your donation, single donation starts from $150. $1.50. The minimum amount $1.50. You can donate. You can try now as we are talking. Just try with $1.50, which is not too much. Those that smoke, $150 is, I don't know. Maybe a stick of cigarettes should be more than that. I don't know. Those that drink the same thing, a bottle of drink is more than that. So $150, anybody, everybody can do. For you to make a single donation is the one you do yourself. You do the donation any other time you want to do another one, you come. But recurring donation, if you select this recurring donation, let's see if I can enlarge it. Okay. Recurring donation, if you select the recurring donation, every month at that particular date, this $1.50 will be deducted by your IPOB from that same account, because you set it to be automatic, to be recurring. What is happening here? It's like there were changes here, because single donation, recurring donation. The okay is certain. So let's assume you are doing the single donation. You go in, it will bring you inside here. If it brings you inside here, it's very simple. You select the amount you want to pay. Let's assume you are selecting, you want to make the donation of this 150, for instance. The minimum one, that's 150. You click pay. It will add. You come here, you add your email. This is my email already. I have my email here. So if it is just that I want to pay this 150, for instance, you will say continue. You continue to ESN. You choose what you want. You have ESN to ESN security network, political, this one. Then you select ESN, for instance. Then you put continue again. You put your card number, you fill your name, here, you put your card number here, you fill your name here as it is in your card, then you press continue. If I will fill it now and press continue, that is it. It will say go, it will go. That is it all. So I don't need to fill my name here now because this is public. I don't need to fill my IDs, my data. This is public. So but it is very simple. This is, if you cannot, or if you still find it difficult, you can contact any of the media team personnel on privately. Contact our information minister. He will maybe help you to get you to the place you need to be, or you need to go, or to the point you need to. Okay, sorry about that. I want us to see the what do you call it? The times when and where you should and you should not. Where is it now? As our Prime Minister said, I want us to see the. Okay, it's from here. This for the dates and the time of the curfew from tomorrow. Listen
Before
very
you come,
attentively.
we will come for you. I want to make it very clear. Those who are planning against Amonekpa, I am very, very closer to you than you will ever be closer to me. I am closer to you. And very soon, I will call you on phone when you will be captured. And you see me on video. The atrocities you committed against Biafra people can never go unpunished. Can never go unpunished. Some of you has vowed. You say that because of the crimes you have committed against the people of Biafra, you never believe that we can forgive you. So for that reason, you want to continue to commit the crime because you can't go back from it again. And let me tell you, there is still opportunity if you change. If you change and support this Biafra movement, that could be a chance. But let me tell you, that particular chance and door is closing very fast. After 4 weeks from today, we will open the front from the riverine area. The Biafra army is positioned almost in all crannies of the riverine area of Biafra. And in 4 weeks from today, we will activate operation in those areas. Let me tell you, it is one step at a time. One step at a time. The delegitimization of the killers of Biafra people have started, which is the Nigerian government and those serving under the government. And like I said before, the commissioners serving Nigeria government within Biafra territory, of course, those who are proving strong-head, they can continue. But I know we have acknowledged those who have resigned. Many of them have resigned secretly. We've acknowledged some of them that have resigned secretly, and those who have made them open. It is because of these commissioners that are powering the government, aiding the governors to send military and killers to our land to kill. While everywhere in Nigeria there are terrorists, bandits, killing and maiming, and there is no security to protect them. There is no security in the north. There is no security in Plateau State, in Jos. There is no security in Benue State. There is no security in Zamfara. People are being massacred. Every security has been deployed to Biafra land, where they think they can kill at will. But I trust the Biafra Liberation Army, who have been giving it to them woto woto. So I want to reiterate that the sit at home on Mondays can never ever be changed. Disregard the nonsense from the Chief of Army Staff. Well, what is he called? Who is in Abuja telling you that the sit at home ended in the southeast. Tomorrow, there will be no Ochicha anywhere in Biafra land. That will be outside. Tomorrow, Ghost Town, I want it to be televised. I want it to be videoed. I want it to be shown to the whole world that Biafra has made their choice. Their choice is the exit of Biafra from Nigeria at all costs, by any means possible. And that particular demand is being made through the sit at home, in addition to the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The Chief of Army Staff should take a tour tomorrow, which is Monday, in the southeast, so we can take him serious. If he want to take this tour, let him first of all start the tour from Imo State, and without convoy, without armor tank, as a Chief of Army Staff, so we can take him very serious. If he want to show us that he's really Chief of Army Staff, let him take a ride from Imo State to Anambra without armor tank, from Anambra to Enugu without armor tank, and then he can make a live video to tell Biafrans and Nigerians that, hey, look at me, I am here in the southeast and there is no sit at home. Then we are going to take him serious. You cannot sit Abuja and tell us what is happening in our land. You are in Nigeria there. I believe it will not take you 30 minutes to fly to Imo State. And from there, you can take a ride from Imo to Anambra, from Anambra to Enugu, from Enugu to Ebonyi. And then you can now announce to Nigerians that the sit at home has ended. We will take you very seriously. I'm telling you, if you try it, you will never go back to Abuja again. We'll capture you. If the Chief of Army Staff try it, we will capture him. Because these are the people, the roots from which all these killers are coming to our land to kill. So if he try it, we will capture him alive. I want everyone to pay attention to how this sit at home and the curfew will kickstart from tomorrow. As all of you can see, week 1, which is 18 is tomorrow. 18 remain, the normal sit at home remains tomorrow. Tomorrow is from morning to night. Don't try anything funny. On the 19th, being Tuesday, from 19th to 22nd, being Friday, there will be curfew from 6 a.m. to 12 noon. The curfew is from 6 a.m. to 12 noon. Our target remain the Nigeria security agent killers. That's our target. That's the target of Biafra Liberation Army, the target of the Biafra resistance fighters. Those terrorists in uniform and with guns and armor tanks, they are our target. There will be our target in Imo State, our target in Anambra, our target in Enugu, our target in Ebonyi and Delta State. On the 23rd of September and the 24th of September, which is Saturday and Sunday, there will be normal movement in Biafra territory. The second week, on the 25th of September 2023, the normal Monday sit at home. Monday sit at home is a no-go area. Nothing have changed. From 26th 9 to 29th 9 2023, there will be curfew from 6 a.m. to 12 noon. During this time, not even a goat will walk on the street of Biafra. And then on the 30th of September to 1st of October, Saturday and Sunday, there will be normal movement in Biafra territory. The last week, 2nd of October, there is normal Monday sit at home. Then from 3rd of October to 6th of October, there will be curfew from 6 a.m. to 12 noon. During these 3 weeks, curfew sit at home. The entire secretariat in Biafra land will be shut down. I want you to understand what I mean by shut down. The secretariat in each state should be shut down. And if you want to open that secretariat as a Nigerian agent, you will see what will happen to you.
Very simple and very, very short. So we'll begin to round up. Let us just say our closing remarks before we go. Make I start with Wada Biafra.
Thank you so much, my host. You know, addressing the public is never an easy thing. You have to think properly before you say a word. Now, a lot has been said this evening, and I know that my fellow Biafrans, they are very smart people. It is because of this, our smartness and our nature, that the Fulanese are so scared of us. We don't have to decrease from that level of smartness. Rather, we should keep ascending to the highest altitude. We have to all remember that running Biafra, now that we haven't been a nation, per se, we are just heading towards it. Everybody should, no matter how small, try and make their contributions, so that the speed will be geared up. We need every penny that we can get. Secondly, the sit at home, as our PM has announced, continues. And I thank my people for their resilience, for their steadfastness, and for the continuation of letting the world know that we have made our mind up and no going back. No matter how long it takes, we will get there. Thank you so much, and God bless every Biafran, wherever you are. Thank you.
They were vam.
Yeah, thank you, my fellow comrades. Thank you so much, and I want to appreciate everyone that has made their their submissions, and they're very, very spot on. Biafrans, you can see and you can attest that this group of Biafran Republic government in exile media team are indeed focused and are indeed, spot on when it comes to Biafra restoration. We are not patronizing, we are focused to restore Biafra. These are not a group of people that will tell you they are celebrity freedom fighters or that they are this or that. We have no interest of our own, we only have the interest of our motherland, the land of the rising sun. We are all focused and doing the needful, watching and looking towards the east to make sure that the sun must rise. And as the sun rises from the east, we are all heading there. Because Mazin Namdekano said, we are all going to dance in the streets, I can tell you. And our leader have promised that he will lead us to the center of our prayer ground in Arokuchuku, where we will worship our Most High God. That day is loading, and the days are near. Our Prime Minister told us verbatim that he knows the day Biafra will come. And I can tell you, those days are not far from today. And if you can see what he's doing, the blueprints are very clear, and he's following it very directly, and the results are coming out. This is a result-oriented team, and this is a team that will ensure that the agenda and the legacy of Mazin Namdekano comes to fruition, and will do anything to make it happen. If anyone falls astray, it will not hamper the rest that are focused to get the job finished. Please join this movement. If you are still in the sideline, you are still contemplating, you are still in between the valley, please get on top of the hill and let's do this job. May God bless you as you continue in the mighty name of Chukwukabian. He say,
Mazi.
Thank you, my beloved brother and fellow comrades. I appreciate everybody that have been here from the beginning to the end. And most importantly, I appreciate people who are watching from Biafra land. If you are watching us from Biafra land, my special thanks goes to you and my prayer goes to you for divine protection. Before I go, I have to leave two important words that I have to leave before we go. Number one, the first word I'm going to say here is applicable to every Biafran that is watching this program. I can say a good number of us are Christian. Maybe 90%, even those who have decided to join the traditional means now, they must have read the Bible and they hear a lot. There are things you can remember. There is one secret I want to reveal. You see, there has been a search for a fertile ground. Some of us, when we are in the church, you hear the pastors, the reverend, the GO telling you to sow on a fertile ground. Sow on a fertile ground. And some of us have been searching for fertile ground for the whole of our life. Today, we have discovered that fertile ground. Ask me, where is it? Biafra Republic Government in exile. If you want to sow your seed on a fertile ground, that is the place to sow. I'm not telling you not to sow anywhere you are going, but some of you who are searching for fertile ground, if you want to sow on a fertile ground where you will sow your seed and you will reap, sow your seed in the Biafra Republic Government in exile. That is the only way to go. Secondly, there are some important events that will only happen once in a lifetime, and one of those events is coming up. One of those events it will happen only once in a lifetime, and if you are opportune to be there, you must have placed yourself in the right side of history. You see the convention coming on in Finland. You see the referendum convention coming on in Finland. It is once in a lifetime thing. By the time you appear there, when the history of Biafra is written, your picture is going to appear. We are now in the time of technology. Your video is going to appear. Your great-grandchildren will see. That is something that nobody should miss, except for documents reason, for emergency or health problem. More especially people in Europe. If you are in Europe and you have not taken your seat now, you have not taken your seat, I'm doubting the kind of Biafra you are pursuing. Because it is something, once in a lifetime, you go there and register. And I tell you, only appearance on that very convention makes you an important part of the restoration of Biafra. The pictures are going to appear. The videos will be there. It will be in archive. Your picture will be in archive. Nobody can take it away from you. A lifetime opportunity. It will happen only once in a lifetime. And I tell you, intelligent people grab this opportunity. If you are in any part of the world and you can be able to afford it, do not miss it. And if you are in Europe, in a Schengen country where you can move and travel around, and you have not booked now, you have not. I'm sorry. I doubt your kind of Biafranness. But I thank Chukwu Kamera we're here today to remind you, in case you have forgotten. Go right now and book your own position. Write your name in history, so that your picture and your video will be in archive as those who stood their ground to fight for Biafra. Nobody can take that away from you. A very wonderful opportunity, a lifetime opportunity. Once in it will not happen again. Oh, this opportunity will not come again. It will never ever come again. The very first self-referendum convention, first ever, for you to be there and your picture is taken, your video, it will be an archive. I tell you, in the next 1 million years, when the history of Biafra will be told, maybe then most of us must have gone. Your great-grandchildren will see you. And look at the Civil War. You see us when we watch the Civil War video today, you see people who are there. In most of the time, you identify people. Some people come identify yourself. It's a lifetime opportunity. Prepare yourself and be there. And I pray that Chukwu Okikame will make provision for every one of us so that we will be there and register our name fully. Thank you, my fellow brothers and sisters. And my Biafran brothers are watching far and wide. We'll see you again next time.
Ndewo Mazi Shooks. Thank you so much. Mazi Sonny, are you there? Oh, Bishop of the Most High, I greet you. You're welcome. You come late. Anyway, Biafrans, I thank you all for giving us your attention this very hour, this very evening. We don't talk and finish. Nothing to hide, nothing more left to be explained. Everything has been explained. We must keep fighting. We are not relenting. We are not stopping. We will not stop. If we stop, we will all die. That's what our leader said. So we must keep our eyes on the ball, and we must do everything for Biafra to come. So my people of Biafra, I will say thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Share this program anywhere you are watching from, and a good night from here. Bye.
Biafra Republic. Peace, unity, progress, and equity. What we do is spiritual.